Yes, so hello everyone. A very good evening to everyone. Am I audible? Just write yes or no in the chat box. Yes, hello everyone. Hello. मेरी आवाज आ रही है सभी को? ओके, ओके, ठीक है। ओके, इट्स गुड। सो सभी लोग रिएक्ट के बारे में मतलब बेसिक नॉलेज है। मैं ऐसा इसलिए पूछ रहा हूँ कि आपको रिएक्ट पूरा बेसिक से समझाना पड़ेगा या फिर हम डायरेक्ट एक एप्लीकेशन बना सकते हैं? यस, वेरी हैप्पी रिपब्लिक डे टू एवरीवन। ओके, सो दैट्स व्हाई आई आस्क्ड। ओके, कि हम बेसिक से सीखें या डायरेक्ट एप्लीकेशन बनाएं? फ्रॉम बेसिक, बिगिनर, ओके। Yes, I'll speak in both the languages. Okay, I'll give English as well as in Hindi also. Okay, okay, okay. Basic. Okay, okay. I guess everyone wants it from the basic. Okay, zero knowledge. Okay. No issues. We will completely start with scratch. Okay, it will be not in pure English. English Hindi दोनों mix रहने वाले हैं. Okay, okay. I got it. Right, basic. Intermediate, advanced. Okay, okay. So let's just wait for 5 more minutes. Okay, and we will then start in 5 minutes. Okay, just wait for others to join. React front end है या back end language? React is purely used for front end. Okay, React में एक framework होता है Next.js जो हम back end के लिए use करते हैं. Okay, React is purely focused on front end only. Okay, yes. So let me introduce myself. Okay, my name is Pranshu Rathor, and I work as a technical trainer for Selected.com. And I have around 6+ years of experience as a technical trainer, and I have taught around 25,000 plus students pan India, both online and offline. Okay, JavaScript backend है या front end? JavaScript is used on both the ends. Okay, JavaScript is used in front end also, and JavaScript is used in back end also. Okay, but primarily JavaScript was only designed for front end. Then after some things in JavaScript, okay, after the creation of Node.js, we started using JavaScript in back end also. So back end, front end, दोनों में use होता है JavaScript, right? Is JavaScript necessary to learn React.js? Absolutely. Okay. So अगर आपको React पर काम करना है, आपको JavaScript पढ़नी ही पड़ेगी because React.js is a library of JavaScript. So अगर आपको JavaScript नहीं आता है, so you will not be able to do React.js. Sir, which is good backend or front end? Okay, it depends कि आपको क्या करना है. ओके, सो लोग फुल स्टैक डेवलपर भी बनते हैं जिसमें वो बैक एंड भी करते हैं, फ्रंट एंड भी करते हैं. फ्रंट एंड डेवलपर भी होते हैं, दे ओनली फोकस ऑन फ्रंट एंड, एंड वी हैव बैक एंड डेवलपर्स आल्सो who purely focus on the back end. Is React.js enough to create API? We don't use React.js to create APIs. To create the APIs, you need a server and a backend language. React.js is only about the presentation of your data, how you are going to present your data on the front end. Okay. What is React.js? Yes, the main question starts from here. What is React.js? So let us just start, right? So I'm sharing my screen, and we will start with what is React.js. Okay, guys, just give me a second. I'm sharing my screen. Sir, if I don't know JavaScript, so should I want to continue? Yes. Means if you don't know JavaScript, then also you can attend this webinar. Okay, as I told you, I'm going to explain each and every line of code. Okay, so don't worry about it. You will get it. Okay, so be in this webinar and just try to understand what I'm teaching you. Okay. Okay, guys, we will have a slot after this webinar, and in that slot, in that 15 to 20 minutes, we will be keeping it for your doubts. Okay, so all these questions you can ask me in that doubt slot, right? So let us just start. Okay, so my whiteboard is there. So first of all, let us understand what is React.js. Okay. So, what is React.js? First of all, let me tell you that React.js is a JavaScript library, first of all. Okay. So, it is a JavaScript library which helps us to create interactive UIs. Okay. Which and right, which helps us to make interactive UI. Okay, so interactive UIs आप बना सकते हैं with the help of React.js और ये एक JavaScript library. Now, let me tell you guys that do you know what is the difference between a library and a framework? Okay, first you need to understand that difference. Then you are going to understand what is React. So just write yes or no. Do you know the difference between library and framework? What is a library and what is a framework? No. Okay. 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 So let us first understand it that what is the difference between library and framework, right? So first of all, let me clear you that there are three things. Okay. We have certain programming languages. Okay. Then based on these languages, we have libraries and frameworks. Okay. So there are two things. Now we have different languages like Python is a language, JavaScript is a language, Java is a language. These are the name of languages. Then why we need libraries and frameworks? Because if I give you a real life example, okay. So instant food is available nowadays in the market. Okay, so there are certain kind of foods that you just need to purchase, and in 3 to 5 minutes you will be able to cook that food. Okay, and the food is ready for you to eat. So likewise, in programming world also we have libraries and frameworks just like the instant food. Okay, so suppose if I want to make an application like Amazon or Facebook, okay, so I need to write a lot of code. ठीक है, मुझे काफी ज्यादा कोड लिखना पड़ेगा अगर मैं Amazon या Flipkart जैसी वेबसाइट बनाना चाहता हूँ. सो बहुत ज़्यादा कोड लिखना पड़ेगा, बहुत ज़्यादा टाइम भी लगने वाला है, ओके, उसको बनाने के लिए। सो इसके लिए हमारे पास लाइब्रेरीज़ एंड फ्रेमवर्क्स होते हैं, जो आपका काम आसान कर देते हैं, ओके। लाइब्रेरीज़ एंड फ्रेमवर्क्स में हमें क्या होता है, बना हुआ कोड मिल जाता है, ओके, वी गेट द रेडीमेड फूड। जैसे इंस्टेंट फूड में हमें रेडीमेड फूड मिल जाता है, वैसे ही लाइब्रेरी एंड फ्रेमवर्क के केस में आपको रेडीमेड कोड मिल जाता है, दैट यू कैन यूज एंड जस्ट एम्बेड इन योर कोड, राइट? तो फॉर एग्जांपल बूटस्ट्रैप इज अ लाइब्रेरी। ओके, सो अगर हम बूटस्ट्रैप पर जाएंगे, so you can see it is the most popular HTML CSS JavaScript library in the world. Okay, तो बूटस्ट्रैप एक लाइब्रेरी है, टेलविंड एक लाइब्रेरी है, रिएक्ट एक लाइब्रेरी है। Okay, then if we talk about the framework, so Angular is a framework. Okay, it is a JavaScript framework. Django is a framework, which is a Python framework. Okay, then Spring Boot is a framework, which is a Java framework, right? So that is why we use libraries and frameworks to make our work easy, to make our life easy, to save our time, to save our efforts. Okay. Now let us understand what is the difference in library and framework. So I'm just making one diagram. Okay, so I'm so sorry for my drawing. Okay, I'm not good at drawing. Okay, so I'm just making one diagram which will give you a clear idea that what is a library and what is a framework. Okay, so I'm trying to create it. Okay, so you can see two pieces of diagrams here, right? So now libraries के केस में क्या होता है? I'll tell you. So this is our code. Okay. So we plug libraries into our code. Okay. So suppose I have a library, I have a ready-made code, and I can put that code, integrate that code into our code. Okay, our project code. And in the case of frameworks, okay, framework. So we write our code into the framework. That means we plug our code into the frameworks. So you can say frameworks are the ready-made templates where you can integrate your code, and libraries are ready-made code which you can plug into your code. So let us understand the Bootstrap. So Bootstrap is a library. So we have the ready-made code here. So if I go to components, and here you can see, okay, I have ready-made cards. Okay, so here is the card and here is the code. You just have to copy it and paste it in your code. So this is the case of library. In the case of library, हमारे कोड के अंदर हम लाइब्रेरी का कोड लिखने वाले हैं, ये लाइब्रेरी होती है। और फ्रेमवर्क के केस में हम अपना कोड फ्रेमवर्क्स में लिखते हैं, मतलब फ्रेमवर्क एक बॉयलर प्लेट, टेम्पलेट, ब्लूप्रिंट बोल सकते हो, और लाइब्रेरी बने बनाए कोड मिल जाता है, बस अपने कोड में पेस्ट करना। सो ये फर्क होता है लाइब्रेरी और फ्रेमवर्क, राइट? So I guess everyone understood what is the difference between library and a framework. Okay, just write yes or no in the chat box. Then we are going to see what is React. Okay, yes, yes. I want yes from everyone. Okay, okay. Now let us understand what is React. Okay, so React. So React, as I said, it is a JavaScript library. Now, why we need React? This is the very big question. So let us understand it. So why we need React? So let us write here. Okay, why React? So next question. So we have seen what is React. Now, why React? Okay, so there are certain factors due to which we consider React as a good option for creating UIs or front end. Okay. So first thing why we need React is the primary use of React. Keep our UI or front end in sync with real time data. Okay. So this is the primary focus of React, to keep our UI, means our front end, in synchronization with the real time data. So here I will give you one example. Okay. So suppose you have made a weather app. Okay. So you have made a weather app. Now weather data is the real time data. It will change according to the time. Okay. So temperature is going to change, right? So suppose you have made a front end and now the temperature is 26 degrees Celsius. Okay. Let us draw one diagram also. So suppose this is our UI, okay, and this is our server. So this is our UI, and here we have created in our front end we have created a weather application, and the current temperature is 26 degrees Celsius. Okay, and on server also it is 26 degrees Celsius. Right. So what happens here? The client will request the server for that data, and server will give that data to the UI. Okay, so this is the data. Now suppose a scenario that after some time your temperature changes to 28 degrees Celsius. Okay. So what happens here? Now suppose due to some network issues or due to some server issues, you are not able to update the real-time temperature that is happening right now. That means 20. So it is not rendered on the UI. So your UI, your front end will only show the 26 degrees Celsius and the actual temperature will be 28 degrees Celsius. ओके सो अब सेम चीज को मैं हिंदी में बताता हूँ ओके क्या होने वाला है कि आज के टाइम की अगर हम बात करें ओके सो डेटा बहुत ज़्यादा है आप कोई भी एप्लीकेशन पर चले जाओ अमेज़न की एप्लीकेशन पर चले जाओ फेसबुक की एप्लीकेशन पर चले जाओ देयर इज़ अ लॉट ऑफ डेटा ठीक है सो उस डेटा को फ्रंट एंड पर मैनेज करने में काफ़ी ज़्यादा प्रॉब्लम आती है ओके क्या चैलेंजेस आते हैं कि रियल टाइम डेटा जैसे जैसे मैंने बताया वेदर का डेटा है अब मान लो वेदर का अभी जो टेम्परेचर चल रहा है वो चल रहा है 26 डिग्री सेल्सियस ठीक है और मेरे फ्रंट एंड ने उसको सक्सेसफुली फेच कर लिया है और वो आपको 26 डिग्री ही दिखा रहा है बट कुछ टाइम के बाद मान लो सर्वर पर आपका टेम्परेचर चेंज हो गया 28 डिग्री हो गया बट आपका फ्रंट एंड सिंक्रोनाइजेशन में नहीं है एंड स्टिल वो आपको 26 ही दिखा रहा है ओके तो ये सिंक्रोनाइजेशन बनाने के लिए इन आवर front end and back end okay to keep our data in sync with the front end and back end that is why we need React.js okay so I hope everyone got it just write yes or no in the chat box so we will proceed further yes you guys got it okay okay now let us see what is the second thing so the primary focus is to keep our UI in sync with real-time data. And the second thing is to make single page applications. So what are single page applications? The applications that only consist of a single page. Okay, सिर्फ एक ही पेज के एप्लीकेशंस आपने देखे भी होंगे काफी ज्यादा एप्लीकेशन अब सिंगल पेज हो गए हैं राइट जैसे अगर आप जीमेल देखोगे ओके सो जीमेल अगर आप जब आपने चलाया होगा सो उसमें पेजेस चेंज नहीं होते यू रिमेन ऑन अ सिंगल पेज और चीजें चेंज होती रहती हैं बस डायनेमिक हो जाती है राइट So for that also we use React.js. Right? Now let us come to the implementation. Okay, that how you are going to make a React project. Start कैसे करना है. Okay, what we need to do. So let us see it. Right. So let us open one new tab and here write React.js. So you will see the definition that React is a free open source front end JavaScript library. Okay, जैसा कि अभी मैंने आपको बताया, which aims to make building user interfaces based on components. It is maintained by Meta, means Facebook maintains the React and a community of individual developer companies. Okay. And when it was released in 2013. So React is not a very old technology. It is a latest and trending technology that is happening right now. Okay, and you can say that almost 60 to 70% of front end jobs are in React only. Okay, so that is why it is very good if you know React, then the job market will be very easy for you. So click on React. So this is the official React documentation where you can learn how to use React, right? So if you click on learn React, there will be a full documentation, okay, from installation to making a tic-tac-toe game. Okay. So you will also see how you can build a tic-tac-toe game with React.js, right? So from here you can take the reference, okay, if you want to learn more about React. So this is its official documentation. which you can refer, right? So now let us coming to our session. Okay. So in this, we are going to use some tools to create a React application. Okay. So you can also create a React application from scratch, but we will see some basic scaffolding tools that are used to create React apps. Right. So now there are two tools that you can use to make React apps. First one is CRA. Okay. CRA stands for Create React App. Okay. So it is a command. Now, second option is the Vite. Okay, so what is Vite? Vite is also a tool. Is a tool for scaffolding. Okay, so with these two tools, we can make our React application in our system. Right. So you can search for it also. So if I write create a React app, okay, so this is the official website of CRA, Create React App. Okay, so you can see here, set up a modern web app by running one command. Okay, so you have to write one command and full application, web application will be set up for you. Okay, so you don't have to learn more and only one dependency, no login, and get started in seconds. And this is the command that you have to run. Now, second option that I told you is the wheel. Okay, so it is the build tool for the web. So Vite is a blazing fast front-end build tool powering the next generation of web applications. Okay. Now you will ask me that, sir, which one to use? Okay, whether we have to use a CRA or whether we have to use Vite. So what you can choose? Okay, if you are learning and if you want to do experiments, then Create React App is the best option. But if you are making something real world, okay, if you are making real world applications, then Vite is the best option. Okay. So here there are certain more differences in Vite. Like in Vite, we have the HMR. Okay. So what is HMR? I'll show you. So if you scroll down, okay, or we scroll up. So where are the benefit rich features? Optimized build, flexible plugin. Okay, I guess they have removed it from their website. Okay, or we can write it in the Google also. So wheat versus CRA. Okay. So you can see that wheat is generally faster and more flexible than CRA. So as I told you, if you want to make something real world, wheat is the best option. And if you want to do experiments or if you want to learn how to use React, then CRA is a good. Okay, so you can see that CRA is a good for starting point and for beginners and for smaller projects. Okay, and in this you will see that what is the more differences in Wheat and CRA. So this is the thing that I was talking about, HMR. Okay, so Wheat have the HMR, that means the hot module replacement. Okay, then Wheat also supports SSR, server side rendering. So many more benefits are there. So in this session we are going to use Wheat. Okay, so to use Wheat, okay, let us close this. Okay, so to use the wheat, so what you have to do, I'll tell you everything from very basic and scratch. So just follow that what I'm doing, right? And before making a React application, you need one thing, that is the Node.js. Okay, so you need a JavaScript runtime. Okay, so for JavaScript runtime, you can download Node and install on Node. Because if you don't have Node installed, your React application is not going to work on your system. You need a JavaScript runtime. That means the Node. Okay, it is similar like जैसे Java प्रोग्राम चलाने के लिए JDK इंस्टॉल करना पड़ता है, वैसे ही JavaScript का प्रोग्राम चलाने के लिए Node.js इंस्टॉल करना पड़ेगा. Okay. Okay, so now let us start. So Node आप install करके रख सकते हैं. You can install Node and now let us see. Let us close these unnecessary tabs. Okay, so let us create one new folder. Okay, I'll create one new folder and name it as React. Okay, and open this folder with VS Code. So in this session, we are going to use VS Code as our code editor because It is the very latest and very powerful code editor right now in the market. So that is why we are going to use this VS Code. Okay. So you can see your folder is opened in this VS Code. Now here you have to open the terminal. Okay, so in this terminal tab, you will find the option new terminal. Go to the terminal. Now here you can write npm. Okay, so npm is a package manager for Node, just like pip in Python. Okay, so we have npm in Node. So npm install, or we have to write the command npm create wheat. Okay, so command is very simple. Just write npm create and wheat. Hit enter. So when you hit enter, first it will ask you the project name. Okay, so you can give any project name. Okay, but I want to create my folder in this same folder, so I will give dot slash. So dot slash means in the same folder I want to create the project. Hit enter. Now it is asking you to select a framework. So let us select the React. Now it is asking you to select a variant, select the JavaScript, and you can see scaffolding project in this directory. So you can see in this directory, my project is scaffolded, and you can see some folders are there. Okay, it is telling me done. Now run. Okay, it is telling me to run certain commands like install command and dev command. So let us understand why we need install command. Okay, because when you see your project, there is one package.json file. Okay, so open that package.json file. So this package.json file, why we use this package.json file? This is our project management file. Through this file, we manage our whole project. Okay, so you can see we will build our project with this file. Okay, we can run our project with this file, right? And there are certain dependencies. Okay. Now, what are dependencies? Dependencies are the packages, third-party packages that you need to run your project. So we have a React dependency, we have a React DOM dependency, and there are some dev dependencies. Dev dependencies means these are the development dependencies which you are going to use when you are going to develop a React application. So to installing these dependencies, that is why we need npm install. So write npm I, hit enter. Okay, now it will take a little time to install all the packages. Okay, so you can see my packages are installing. I'm getting one node modules folder. Okay, before it was not there. Now this npm created one node modules folder in which my dependencies are installing. Okay, so you can see we have done, okay, installing our packages. So you can see added 272 packages. Okay, so this much packages we have added. So when you open the node folder, you can see all those packages. Okay, let us search for this React package. Okay, let us see if we find React in this node modules folder. So scroll down, go to R, J, O, P, and you can see this React is there. Okay, React is there and React DOM is also there. You can see. Okay, so in this node modules folder, we have our packages that are required for this project. Okay, so now next thing what it is telling us to run the dev command. Okay, let us write this command and see what happens. So npm run dev, hit enter. So you can see it is telling you that wheat, it is ready in 501 milliseconds. Okay, it is giving you one address. Okay, and in this, at this address your application will be running. So let us press control and click on navigate. So we have successfully created our first application with Wheat and React. Okay. So this is a simple counter application. So you can see if I click the count, so you can see my count is increasing. Okay. And it is also giving you some hint. So add it src/app.jsx to save to test HTML. Okay, so let us keep this thing side by side. Okay. Now let us understand what we need to do. Let us close this terminal. Okay, we don't need terminal now. Okay, let us first check the public folder. Okay, now let us check the project folder, what we have in our project folder. So first folder is the public folder. Okay, expand it and see. Okay, so there is one SVG. So I don't need any SVG. So delete this folder. Right. Now let us check the SRC. In the SRC, we have some assets folder. Okay, I don't need any assets right now. Delete it. We have app.css. I don't need any designs right now. So delete the CSS file. Okay, in this index.css file, delete every CSS code. Okay, so you can see. Okay, so CSS is removed now, right? Okay, now go to main.jsx. Okay, don't change anything in main.jsx. Everything is fine here. Now go to app.jsx where we need to add it. You can see app.jsx. So here is the actual code of this implementation, this logo, okay, everything. So this is that actual implementation, right? So let us delete everything from the app. We will start everything from scratch. Okay. So I have deleted my app.jsx and my file is empty now, right? So this app.js is related to my application. This main.jsx, this is creating a virtual DOM. So we will understand what is a virtual DOM. Then we have some ESLint settings. Okay, these settings, what these settings will do. Suppose if I do any mistakes, okay, so I have typed this. Okay, so you can see this red line is coming. Okay, so this is because of this ESLint. It will parse your code. Okay, so it will parse your code and check that if your code is right or not. So if you do anything that is not valid, so it will tell you, it will mark for you. Then we have the git ignore. Okay, so everything that we want that it should be ignored on git, so we made that git ignore. Now we have only one HTML document, that is the index.html. So as I said that React is purely used for single page application. So here you can see it have only one single page, that is HTML, and in this single page our whole application will work. Okay. So you can see we are importing that src dot main.jsx file here, right? And we have this div id root. Okay, so inside this div, our whole application will be rendered. This app.jsx will be rendered here. Okay, in this div. So then we have package lock JSON file. Okay, so package JSON file, I already told you we use this file for managing our project. Then we have package lock.json. That means that this file will lock all your versions. Okay, so that you will not have any compatibility issues with other operating system or other machines. Okay, so this is a version locking file. You can see this is readme.md. Okay, so here you can write instructions. Okay, suppose you are making a very big React application, right? So you can write step by step instructions here that how to run this project, what needs to be changed. Then we have some Vite configuration file. Okay, so there are some default configuration of Vite. Okay, so we don't need anything from. So the file that we are interested in is this main.jsx and app.jsx. Okay, so let us close everything and let us understand the code. Okay, so I will keep everything side by side and let us check main code and our index code. Okay. So now just pay attention. I'm going to tell you that how React works and what is virtual DOM. So just to pay attention. So in this file, I'm just importing React from React. Okay, the packages that we have already installed in our node modules folder. So we are just importing that packages from there. So import React DOM. Then what we are importing? We are also importing app, which is this app.jsx. Currently it is empty. Then we are importing a CSS file. Okay, so we have these four imports in our main.jsx. Now we are using react.dom.create root. Okay, so what we are doing here, this React DOM library helps us to create a virtual DOM. Now, what is the meaning of virtual DOM and actual DOM? Let us understand that also. Okay, it is, I guess, okay, everyone know what is a actual DOM and what is a virtual DOM. It is basic. I thought he will make website. मैंने पूछा था भाई पहले ही बेसिक बताऊं कि डायरेक्ट एप्लीकेशन बनाना बताऊं, क्यों बोला कि बेसिक बताओ? Yes, sir, there was an problem in npm create wheat. Okay, what is the problem? Can you paste the error here? I'll tell you the resolution. So, do you guys know what is the meaning of virtual DOM and actual DOM? What is the actual DOM and what is the virtual DOM? No. Okay, no. Okay, showing error. Guys, please just paste your error here. Okay, I'll tell you the resolution. Okay, no idea is there. ठीक है. Where we want to write. Okay, where you want to write this npm, I'll tell you. Okay, go to your VS Code, go to this terminal, and here will be new terminal. Okay, and inside this terminal, you have to write npm and create wheat. Okay, so this is the command. Right. So let us understand what is the meaning of actual DOM and virtual DOM. Okay, I'll just open my whiteboard. Okay, now let us understand that how websites worked earlier and how website works after React. Okay, let us understand this difference. Okay, so there are two things. Okay, there is one actual DOM. Okay, and there is one virtual DOM. Okay. So what is the actual DOM? I will give you one example. So suppose if I open a new tab and if I click on inspect, so things that you see in your elements tab, this is your actual DOM. So what does DOM stands for? DOM stands for document object model. So it is a model that your browser creates whenever it renders your website. Okay. So whenever a website is rendered on a browser, your browser will create a DOM. That means the document object model. And in that it will treat every element as a object. Okay, so you can see here. So this is the actual DOM. Now, what is the virtual DOM? Virtual DOM is simply a replication of actual DOM. Right. So suppose I have an actual DOM and I have one div inside this actual DOM. Okay, so let us write one div element. So div and close that tag. Let's go div. Okay, so this is our actual DOM. Okay, now what is virtual DOM? In virtual DOM, there are similar elements like this div. Okay, so suppose in virtual DOM, I have another div. Okay, and inside this div, I have hello world. Okay, and let us close this div. Right. So this is our virtual DOM. So now what React does is, okay, it doesn't touch the actual DOM. It will never touch your actual DOM, means it will never touch the browser's DOM. Rather than it will make its own document object model, and the things that are changing in virtual DOM, it will be reflected in the actual DOM. Okay, I'll tell you how. So suppose in the virtual DOM, we have made one div. Okay, now we are not going to change this actual DOM for writing hello world. Instead, from the actual DOM, we will append this element here in between the div with the help of virtual DOM. Okay. So the main reason is that we do not want to change the actual document object. Whatever we will change in virtual DOM, not in actual DOM. Okay. So it is the very basic principle of React that don't manipulate things directly. Okay. So what React tells is tell me, okay, I will make the changes. Okay. So don't do it directly. This is the very basic principle of React. So this is why we are seeing here the React DOM. Okay. So it will create a virtual DOM Okay, then it will create a root element. So we are creating a root element, and where is that root element? You can see document.get element by id. So we are getting this root element here in our virtual DOM. And in this root element, in this div, what we need to do, we are going to render what we are going to render our application, okay, our app component. Okay. So the third thing that you hear is components. Okay. Now React is totally based on components. Now what are components? Suppose you have a website. Okay, so this is your website's page. Now, in this website, you have many things. Okay, you have a navigation bar, you have a footer. Okay, then you have certain cards. Okay, so in React, we do not make website as a whole. Okay, we split our website into components. So I will split my website into many components. So suppose this is a nav component. Okay, this is the footer component. Okay, so why we need components? So that we can reuse our code. Okay, so suppose if you have made a website with pure HTML and CSS, so you are not able to reuse your code. Okay, every time you have to make a nav bar. In every page you have to make a navigation bar separately. In every page you have to make a footer separately. So just because of the reusability, we use components in React, okay, so that we can reuse the same component in everywhere where we want to. Okay, how to work virtual and actual DOM? Okay, Seema, you don't have to work with actual DOM or virtual DOM. That's why I told you that React tells you, okay, that whatever you want to change, tell React. React will change everything. Okay, so this is how the DOM works. Okay, syntax error. The requested module does not provide an export named constants. Okay, दीप्ति, you are getting this error because आपने फाइल में से मेन में से ऐप में से सब कुछ डिलीट कर दिया है क्या? Just write yes or no. Have you deleted everything from app.js? Okay, so that is why now whatever changes we are going to do, we will first tell React, then React will automatically render its virtual DOM in our actual DOM. So this is our actual DOM that browser will render. Okay. And inside this div, we are going to put our application component. Okay, that is in React. Now let us see how you are going to make components in React. So let us close this HTML file. Now let us keep these windows side by side. So you are going to see everything. Okay. So to make a component in React, it is very simple. Okay, you have to make one function. So write the function keyword. Okay, then write the function name, and you have to be careful while giving the function name. So when you are going to write the function name of components, then it should be in Pascal case. Okay, Pascal case means their first letter should be capital. Okay, so remember these things. Okay, why I'm telling this? Because if you are going to see the main.jsx, so you can see the first letter is capital. Okay, so just write capital A and double P. So app, this is a function. So round brackets, and we will give curly braces. Okay, so this is how we can create components. Okay, components are just the JavaScript functions. Okay, so don't confuse everything. Okay, you just need to know basic JavaScript to work with React. Okay, so you just have to make a normal function that you make with JavaScript, and our component is ready. Right, now we need to export this application. Okay, because we are importing it here. You can see import app from /app.js. So just export from here. So export default and app. Okay, so now you can see there are no errors and everything is working fine. Right. So now we need to know that what we have to do inside this component. Okay, so what you need to do inside this component, you have to return. Okay, and what a component returns? A component always returns elements, or you can say JSX. So let us write one h1. Okay, so h1, and let us give heading. So now see the magic. When I go to my browser, okay, heading is not coming. Let us check any issues are there. Okay, okay, nothing is there. Issues are no. Okay, why I'm not getting the heading? Okay, okay, sorry. I had to refresh my page. Okay, so as we refreshed our page, you can see the H1 is coming. Okay, so heading is there. You can add certain elements also. Okay, so suppose I want to add one paragraph tag. So I can write lorem and we can create a dummy paragraph. But you can see that now my ESLinter, okay, this file, I told you ESLinter. Okay, now it is telling me there is some error. Okay, so now hover on this error and understand. So it is telling me that JSX expressions must have one parent element. Okay, I got it. So it is very simple to resolve this error. You have to make one parent element, that is make one div, and wrap all the things inside this div. Okay, so I will paste it here. Okay, return div. Okay, so you can see now your error is gone. And if we see the website again, so you can see heading is there and paragraph is there. So like this, you can make every HTML element inside React. Okay, React is totally based on HTML, CSS, and JavaScript only. Okay, so you should be perfect in HTML, CSS, and JavaScript to work with React. Okay, as simple as that. So in this app component, you can see I have certain components. Okay, you can make more components if you want. So suppose let us in SRC, let us write one. Okay, make one new folder and name it as components. Okay. Now let us start making some basic website. Okay, let us see how we can make it. So delete everything from our app. So in our website, we have the navigation bar. Okay, so write navbar dot jsx. Okay, now remember the file extension will be JSX. Okay, JSX stands for JavaScript extension for React. And whenever you are making components, as I told you, don't forget to give Pascal casing in the name of component. So it will be capital N, navbar. Okay. So in this navbar.jsx, similarly, you have to write this function. Okay, function. So make one function navbar. Okay, and round brackets, then curly braces. Now what navbar will return? It will return a nav tag. Okay, so here we will make our navbar. Now export it. So export default and write the navbar. Okay. Now go to app.jsx. Now here I want to import that navbar. So how I can import that navbar? So to write the components, check the main.jsx file. So here you can see that how you have written that app. Okay, so we have written the component just like the HTML syntax. Okay, so this syntax is familiar to you. It's angle bracket, then component name, then close it. So here also we can do it. So go to app.jsx, make one angle bracket. Okay, write nav bar. So you can see your VS Code will suggest you, okay, there is one navbar component in dot slash component. So click it. So you can see it will be auto imported. Okay. So navbar and close this navbar. Now if you go to your application, so you can see navbar is visible. Now you can also start styling your navigation bar. Okay, that is also important. So you can go to index.css. Here you can give star. Star means I am going to select all the elements. In all the elements, I am going to give margin 0, padding 0. Okay, and box sizing will be border box. Okay, so everything is working. Now let us target the nav tag. Okay, Let us give some background color to our nav. Let us say we give the gray color to our navigation bar. So you can see gray color is coming. Okay, give some width to your nav bar. Okay, so give width as 100%. Give some height. So I'm giving 3 rem of height. So you can see this nav bar is okay. Now, the thing is, okay, why we are making components? As I told you that you can call this navbar component as many times you want. Okay, so let us copy it and let us paste it. So see what we are getting. So copy, then paste. Okay, again we are seeing that error that JSX expression must have one parent element. Okay, so as we all know that we can only return single thing from a function. So that is why it is telling you that give one parent element. So every component can only return a single element. So it will only return a div, and inside this div we have two navbars. So you can see you have two navbars now. Okay, and let us make three navbars. Okay, one more navbar I'll make. So navbar. So this is the beauty of React, the reusability, the components. Okay. So you don't need to write code again and again. Just you are doing in traditional HTML, CSS, JavaScript code. Okay, you write the code once and you call the components as many times as you want. Okay. So this is the meaning of reusability and components. So everyone got it that what are components, what is reusability, how we can use it. Getting an error, kindly paste your error. I'll give you the resolution. Yes, guys, everyone getting it. Direct changes happen in virtual DOM before updating actual DOM. Yes, yes, correct, Subhash. Okay. Okay, you want to see the index.css? I have done nothing in index.css. These are very basic styles. Background color, width, and height. That's it. Okay. What is the command to run in browser? Okay, you have to run the command npm run dev. Okay, if you want to see the commands, okay, if you don't remember the commands, don't worry. Okay, you will get the commands in your package.json file as I told you. So when you go to package.json file, here are that commands. Okay, so if you write npm run dev, so this command is executed and it will run your code. If you run npm run build, so you will get a build of your project. So these are your commands. Okay, let us see what is the error you are getting. Npm error missing script dev. Npm error to see a list of scripts. Okay, you are getting this error missing script because either you are not in the folder. Okay, so first check your terminal. Okay, go to the terminal, new terminal. Okay. So first check your terminal that whether you are in the right folder or not. Okay. So you should be in the right folder, your project folder. So to check it, you have to go up. Okay. Yes, here check the folder name that whether the folder name is React or not. Okay. So it should be your project folder. Same project folder should be opened in your terminal. Okay, then if this is not working, then also not working, then go to package.json file and check that what is the command to run your project. Okay, and if you have made your project with CRA, create react app से अगर आपने आपका project बनाया है, so उसके लिए npm run dev नहीं चलेगा. You have to write the command npm start. Okay, click on link. Okay, I'm in the right folder. Okay, then check the scripts. Okay, that whether the scripts are there. Right. So now let us see some more things. So we made one nav bar. So similarly, you can also make various components. Okay, so let us make one footer also. Okay, so for making footer, let us go to footer.jsx. Okay, and now I'm going to tell you one shortcut. Okay, so every time you don't have to write the function for making components. Okay, you can make one inbuilt shortcut also, that is RAFCE. Okay, so if you hit enter, it will give you a ready-made template for your components. So see, export is there. Okay, so export is there, and import React from React. Okay, we don't need this now. Okay, so delete it. Then we have a const footer is equals to, this is one arrow function. Okay, so in this template you will get one arrow function. Okay, if you want to make the traditional normal function, then you can write the command RFCE. So in this you will get the function that we were making. Okay, so this is how we can make components with this shortcut. Okay, now here make one footer element. Okay, so let us make one footer element for this return. So footer, and inside this we can write footer. Okay, and let us call it inside our app. So after navbar, I want a footer, let us say. So let us give footer, and you can see auto import will be there, and close it. Now let us go to React, and you can see the footer is coming. Okay, now let us give it a layout of actual website now. Okay, so go to index, give some styles to footer also. So footer, okay, give some width, which should be 100%, and height it can be 6 rem, and background color, okay, it can have a black color. Okay, let us give a black color. So you can see my footer is there. Okay, make the color white so that everything is visible. Color white. You can see footer is there. Let us increase the height of footer to some extent, 10 rem. Okay, now it is good. So navbar is there, footer is there. So you can also give the navbar as black color. Okay, so my navbar and footer both are in black colors. Okay, so give the color to white. Right. Now between navbar and footer, we can make our website body. Right. So to make one website body, let us give one more component. Okay, so one more folder, sorry, file, and here let us give our main. Okay, okay, we already have main.jsx. Let us create the hero section. Okay, hero.jsx. Again here, write the shortcut RFCE. Your function component will be ready. Now, inside this div, okay, or we can give it a main tag. This is our main page of our body. Okay, I'll give it a main. Now here you can give one h1. Okay, that welcome to learn React. Okay, so let us see what is the output. Okay, no output because we have to import it. Okay, right, so import the hero section also. So hero, so slash and angle bracket. So you can see welcome to learn React. Right. Now after in this hero section you can add things. Okay, give one paragraph. Okay, so let us give one dummy paragraph. So you can see everything is coming here. Now let us create some images. Okay, so you can give one image also. Okay, take one React image. So go to Google, React, okay, React.js, go to images. Okay, so there are multiple images in React. So let us use this one. Okay, so what we need to do, we need to copy this image. So I'll copy this image inside this React folder. Okay, open this folder and cut this React picture and go to SRC. And here you can make one assets folder. Okay, and inside this assets folder, you can paste that image. Okay, so why I'm showing you that how you can put an image, because putting an image into React application is not same as you put the images in HTML CSS websites. Okay, directly you cannot give SRC. So that's why I'm telling you the process how to put images in React application, right? So let us first check it. So in assets we have that PNG, right? We have that image. So to use this image, first of all, you need to import that image. Okay. So give one enter, press enter. Okay. Now write the import keyword. So import. Now here we can say logo from. Okay. Now tell the path that where is your file. So dot slash. Okay. I have to move one folder back. So dot slash. Okay. We find the assets folder. Then slash. We have to write that picture's name. Okay, so what is that picture name? React.png. Okay, so write React.png. Now inside this src, okay, remove this double quotes and give curly braces. Now here you can put that logo. Now let us see whether things are working or not. So you can see it is working. Okay, and let us do that way also. So if you think that if we directly put the source dot slash and let us give that source, so copy it and paste it, so your image is not going to come. Okay, so remember this thing, it is very important in React. Everything that you want to use, you need to import them. Okay, so React follows a very declarative approach. So let us delete this double quotes and give our logo. Okay, so this is how you can give images. So like this you can lay out a single page applications. Okay. And one more thing I want to tell you, that you noticed that in index.css we have styled different elements, and these elements are in the different files, and we have only imported index.css in main.jsx file. So that means that React applications inherit CSS. Okay. So CSS inheritance problem is there in React.js, right? So don't forget these things, these basic principles of React. Okay. Don't change actual DOM directly. Okay. Don't make changes directly to that index.html file that I shown you. Okay. Don't make any changes here. Okay, it is not for you. Okay, you only have to make changes in your app and in your components. Okay, that you want to make. Okay, so I guess everyone got the idea how to use React and how to create components and how to make elements. Yes, guys, write yes or no in the chat box. How can I attempt the quiz? Okay, you have to log in on the website and you have to give the quiz. CSS not working. Okay. If CSS is not working, I will give you the idea how you can check it. So right click and click on inspect. Okay, then in the elements, you can see inside this root, okay, my whole application is appended. Okay, so there is one div. Inside this div, I have one navbar. Okay, so when you click the navbar, check here that styles are visible or not. Okay, so if styles are visible here, so that means styles are applying, there is some issue in your code. Okay, and if styles are not here, so what is the problem then? Then you have not either imported the CSS file or your CSS code is wrong. Okay. Now let us have a doubt session for 10 minutes. Okay. So now you guys can ask me doubts. Okay, it can be career related, it can be technology related. Okay, I'll try to answer them. So you can ask me now that what all doubts you have. No quiz is showing there. Okay, Pankaj, can you see that what is the problem with the quiz? Will we get a recording? Yes, yes, yes. These sessions are recorded and you will get on our YouTube channel. Yes, guys, doubts are on now. Nobody wants to ask anything. I have 1 year of experience in React developer domain. My backend was Node.js, but now I try to move to other for better opportunity. And they asked me to learn Next.js. Can you tell me the difference? What difference is there? Okay, so Aaron, do you understand Hindi or should I tell you in English? Okay, English. Okay. So what is Next.js? Next.js is the framework of React.js. Okay, so understand the hierarchy. JavaScript, okay, JavaScript is a language. React.js is the library of JavaScript, and Next.js is the framework of React.js. Okay, so this is the hierarchy, right? So what Next.js offers you, as I told you, that React is purely focused on front-end development. Okay. Then what happens with Next.js? Next.js offers you some more features like creating APIs, creating backend services, making SSR, server-side rendering. So there are some server-side things that you get in the Next.js. And one more thing that you get in the Next.js is the what was it? I'm not getting it. The SEO part, yes. So search engine optimization is very less in React.js as compared to Next.js. Okay, so if you want to see the comparison, okay, you can go to Next.js website. Okay. So you can say the React framework. Okay, as I told you, React.js is the library of JavaScript, and Next.js is the framework of React.js. Okay. And what it will give you, as I told you, it will give you the server component, server. Okay. Then SSR, client side and server side rendering, route handlers you can make. Okay, data fetching is there, middleware, and what I told you is the optimizations. Okay, search engine optimization, built-in optimizations it have. Right. So for learning Next.js, you should have the good knowledge of React.js. Okay. What is the best way to learn React effectively? Read the documentation. Okay, the bestest way to learn anything. Read the documentation. Okay, there every language have its own documentation, and documentation will only give you the authentic and official knowledge of that technology. So I never prefer my students that go and watch this YouTube video or watch that person YouTube video. No, just go and read the documentation. It will you will get everything there. Okay. Angular, JS, and React in my college, I learn Angular, and personally, I learn React. Is it good or bad practice? Okay, it is good, Subrat. Okay, if you have knowledge of both Angular and React, it is very good. Okay, because companies nowadays requires a person who knows both Angular and React JS. Okay, so it is not a bad practice. It is good, but Angular and React both are very different. They works differently. But if you have knowledge of both these, then it is very good. Sir, for backend, which language is good? Okay, it depends, Mohammed, that what you want to create. Okay, if you want to create scalable applications, okay, with asynchronous IO, then Node.js is the best option. Okay, if you are making a dynamic web pages, okay, that needs only server side rendering, then Python Django is the best option. Okay, then if you are making a enterprise level application, that means a big application like Netflix or YouTube, then Java Spring Boot is the best option. Which project we need to create to get hired? It depends on the profile, for which profile you are applying. Okay, if you are applying for a front end developer job, then you must have two projects in React, three projects in HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, then two or three projects in only HTML and CSS. So, like this, you should have at least 5 to 8 projects in your resume, and that project should be good enough. Okay, like you can make a e-commerce store website, you can make a food delivery app. Okay, you can make a hotel booking system. So many ideas are there. What is the difference between server side rendering and client side rendering? Okay, server side rendering means the server will send you each and every page of the website. This is server side rendering. That means if I am on a website, if I click one link in the website, then my request will go to the server and server will send me that HTML page, okay, that I want to enter. In client side rendering, whole application is sent to the client, that means to the user, and user will not contact the server again and again for the HTML pages. So this is the difference between server side rendering and client side rendering. Okay, just tell me the error. What is the error? I am asking you again and again that tell me the error. Okay, then only I will tell you the resolution. Sir, in certificate, your signature is not visible. Okay, I am not signing any certificates. Okay, thank you. Sir, couldn't download certificate. Does the quiz link? Okay, now these questions are related to quiz only. Okay, okay, guys. So thanks for being my audience. Okay, and it's great to interact with you guys. Okay, and requested. Okay, Deepthi, you're pasting this error again and again. Let me see that why you are getting this error. Uh, what is happening here? Importing FS constant throws an error. The request must provide export. Okay, so we have the similar error on Stack Overflow. So okay, so there is the problem with your JavaScript version you are using. Okay, so if you are using ES6 version, then import export will work. If you are using Common JS, then you have to use the require function. And React.js purely works on ES6 syntax. So you have write some code that is of older version of JavaScript. That is why you are getting that error. Sir, you missed API concept. I know Priyansh. We had a limited time, so that is why I was not able to cover each and everything that we need to learn. Okay, so we have that time limit. Okay, and React is not just like that. You can learn full React in 1 hour. Okay, it is not like that. Okay, it needs a lot of time to practice, to resolve errors, okay, and to learn new lines of code. So it is a process taking time. Okay, we cannot learn everything in 1 hour. Okay, so it's good, it's good to have a session with you guys. Okay, so you guys can write your feedback that what how did you like this session? Okay, was the session informative? Did you learn something new? Okay. Yes, yeah. Thank you, Karthikeyan. Okay, it means a lot. Okay, I'll also give you my LinkedIn profile. Okay, so if you want to connect with me on LinkedIn, so that also you can do. So you can search my name on Google. Okay, and in the top only you will get my LinkedIn profile. Okay, so this is my LinkedIn profile. So you can also connect with me on LinkedIn, right? Deepti, I'm not talking about the React version. Okay, you have written some code that is in the older version of JavaScript. Okay, love this. Got idea how JS is required. Okay, okay. Thank you, Jay. Okay, okay, sir. Your good name, please. My name is Pranshu Rathor. Okay, and okay, sir. It is necessary to learn JSP and Hibernate before learn the Spring Boot. No, not necessary. If you want to learn the Spring Boot, then Spring is necessary. First, learn the Spring, then learn the Spring. Okay, Sandesh. Certificate. Okay, you will get the certificate on the website. Okay. Okay. Thanks. Thanks. And thanks. Okay, guys. So it was a very good time to be with you guys. Now it's time to take a leave. Hopefully, we will meet definitely in our next session. Okay. So bye guys. Bye. Let's meet next session.